Today we're heading straight into the electric atmosphere of Dallas Stadium for what was, honestly, an absolute heavyweight clash at the 2026 FIFA World Cup. We're talking the round of 16, we're talking neighboring rivals, yep, Portugal and Spain, the Iberian Derby. A golden ticket to the quarterfinals was on the line, and you could literally feel the tension in the air.
But hanging over this entire stadium was one massive, inescapable question. Was this winner-go-home matchup going to be the definitive final dance on the world stage for Cristiano Ronaldo? The sheer weight of that possibility, it added a whole other layer of emotion to a knockout game that was already packed with pressure. Every single touch of the ball, every tactical shift felt so magnified because, well, we all knew a titan of the sport might just be taking his final bow.
Act 1. A tactical chess match.
Okay, let's dive into this and look at how this high-stakes encounter kicked off. The opening 45 minutes, it was a masterclass in tactical discipline. Nobody wanted to blink first. Portugal was perfectly happy to just soak up the pressure and then strike like lightning on the counter, right? They really leaned on Pedro Neto's blistering pace to break the lines and find Ronaldo's veteran positioning up top. Spain, on the flip side, they wanted the ball. They systematically controlled the tempo, completely dominating the midfield through the masterful distribution of Rodri and Pedri. It was your classic clash of styles.
Act 2, tensions flare in the second period. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how those rigid, contrasting approaches meant both teams went into halftime locked in a super tense 0-0 draw. But as that clock ticked down in the second half, both managers knew they had to shake things up, using their subs to try and inject some life into the game. The anxiety in that stadium just skyrocketed. A massive flashpoint hits in the 67th minute. Spain's young sensation, Lamine Yamal, cuts inside dangerously from the right wing, traces Nelson Semedo's hanging leg, and goes down in the box. The whole Spanish camp goes wild. Furious appeals for a penalty, but the ref, he just waves play on. Yamal is left absolutely fuming on the turf. And as we crept toward that 90-minute mark, a grueling extra time felt totally inevitable.
Act 3. The stoppage time drama.
Literally, just as the fourth official raised the board for stoppage time, this methodical chess match turned to absolute chaos in a matter of seconds. Let's break down this game-winning sequence step by step because it happens so fast. Step 1, Rodri takes a foul about 40 yards out. Step 2, Spain realizes the Portuguese defense is completely caught napping, they're arguing, they're not set, so Spain takes a lightning-quick free kick. Step 3, Ferran Torres gets the ball and slips this absolutely perfectly weighted pass right down the inside left channel. And Step 4, Mikel Merino times his run beautifully and slots a hard, low strike right past Diogo Costa into the bottom left corner.
6. That is the number you need to remember here. A mere 6 seconds into stoppage time, Spain snatched a devastating 1-0 lead. No way, right? It was a brilliant, strategic, and just wildly opportunistic strike that completely stunned the stadium. Just like that, in the blink of an eye, the tactical stalemate was shattered.
A golden opportunity missed.
But listen, Portugal absolutely refused to surrender without a fight. Backs against the wall, clock basically at 0, they threw every single thing forward, desperately trying to force extra time. Which brings us to the immense heartbreak of the 96th minute. Francisco Conceição manages to whip this beautiful curling cross into the danger area from the right wing. And somehow, right in the middle of the box, Bernardo Silva finds himself completely unmarked. He rises up right over Rodri for a clean header.
And here is that number 6 again. Only this time it represents pure agony for Portugal. Bernardo Silva was literally just 6 yards out from the net. The goal was absolutely gaping right in front of him, but his header? It agonizingly flew just over the crossbar. Talk about a game of incredibly tight margins. That wasted header was Portugal's final golden opportunity to stay alive.
The final whistle and the end of an era.
Moments later, the harsh reality really set in. The final whistle blew across Dallas Stadium, booking Spain's ticket straight to the quarterfinals in Los Angeles to face the winner of the US versus Belgium. For the Spanish side, pure jubilation. But for Portugal, it was profound heartbreak. While the Spanish squad celebrated wildly all around him, Cristiano Ronaldo just stood motionless on the pitch, hands on his hips, visibly fighting back tears. It was an incredibly poignant image, the definitive crushing end to a truly legendary World Cup career.
It's moments exactly like this that remind us all why we watch. The raw human emotion, the tactical brilliance, those agonizingly thin margins between glory and heartbreak. It really leaves us with this crucial final thought to ponder. With the departure of a true titan of the game from its biggest stage, what does this emotional exit mean for the future landscape of international soccer? The era has ended, but the beautiful game moves forward. Thanks for